good, YouTube? That one ain't so you're back again once again. It's Today People. Today we are here for another Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon news and information / speculation, discussion, topic of interest. I want to get your feedback kind of video. Let me stop before I lose my mind coughing. Never mind. It's happening. It's happening. Anyways, today, you guys, we're going to be breaking down, we're going to be talking about the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo, and Lunala. And we are not alone! We are joined by the leader of the Squeeze Squad himself, Nexus.
Hello.
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 Hello. So Nexus is going to join us because of his extensive Wi-Fi knowledge, the think-based but he plays Wi-Fi, so he'll know. So ideally, we saw in the trailer Solgaleo and Lunala were broken down. On the Pokemon website, they have additional information regarding what's going on with them, because they're shrouded in so much mystery. They hold the key to the adventures. Solgaleo and Lunala hold a vital key to your adventures in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. These two Pokemon are legendary Pokemon, and they play a crucial role in the story, but their place in the world is still wrapped in mystery. Off the top of the dome, Nexus, what role do you think they play in the story?
Honestly, first off, thank you for asking me. Yes. I think that Lunala and Solgaleo, the only thing is, I like to go to my roots. I think there's definitely people that worship these guys. There's a village, and they worship these guys somewhere in Hawaii. And like, huck, cluck, cluck, yeah. And they worship, they worship these guys, and there's like a sun statue and a moon dial, something like that. Dude, I'm telling you, it makes sense.
So you see them as more so of like deities of sorts, like
yes, like
the people of the region praise them for bringing the sun and bringing the moon, because the moon brings the tides. And I could think in an island nation, the tides, the ocean would play a very large role. Very important. They're surrounded by all of that. I mean, what the heck, dude?
Makes sense.
If we dive into the first one, I think it's Solgaleo.
Yeah, Solgaleo, yeah.
I don't know, because I see it as Solgaleo, like Leo the lion. So
I respect that. I only see it because of Galileo.
Yeah. I mean, I understand both ways. I think Solgaleo rolls with the tongue better than Solgaleo, but
he does feel a lot better. He does.
Either way, he's 11 feet 2 inches tall, 507 pounds, psychic steel, of course, which threw us all for a trip. Full metal body as the ability. Since ancient times, Solgaleo has been honored as an emissary of the sun. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that devours the sun. Solgaleo's body holds a vast amount of energy, and it shines with light when it's active. It has a flowing mane with a remarkable resemblance to the sun. Its signature move is Sun Steel Strike, an attack that charges at an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. Solgaleo's ability is Full Metal Body, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Right,
we're gonna pretend like Metagross doesn't have the same typing and ability.
With the Full Metal Body ability, a Pokemon's stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent's moves or ability. So, getting into just that, what are your thoughts on Solgaleo when it comes to his typing? No, let's do it one at a time. Typing.
Okay.
Tell me about typing.
So Psychic Steel. Honestly, a lot of people I know they're angry because of the fact that it doesn't have the fire typing. It's honestly fine that he doesn't, because Psychic Steel is overall a really good typing. What is that actually weak to? Let's think about it right now. He's weak to ground. He's weak to fire. He's weak to himself. Yeah, he's weak to himself. Ghost, since now Steel is neutral to it, as well as Dark. And he's neutral to Bug. I can't think of anything else. That's all I got. Fighting as well, yep, he's neutral to fighting as well. Resist Psychic, Quad Resist, that actually, jeez. That's a lot he's switching right there. Yikes. This thing is overall a fairy killer, that's why I like it. It's a good fairy killer.
I think the typing Psychic Steel is, I don't know, it disappoints me at first because he's not a fire type. Obviously, you would think the sun Pokemon, the emissary of the sun himself, would be a fire type Pokemon.
Would be fire. I mean, it does make sense though, because the sun has nuclear fusion.
Yeah.
And there's steel that's moving all of that, and iron, so
yeah, there's different elements and whatnot, but I don't know, still, it kind of depressed me a little bit that he's not fire type, but at the same time, it really intrigues me because That this is like the second actual, or would you even say, well, I'll say second because they're the starters. It's like the second actual piece of information we got from Sun and Moon, and it's 100% a curveball. It's 100%. No one saw 100%. Psychic Steel coming.
No one saw it coming. I think a lot of people saw fire and insert here. Honestly, I expected pure fire, but
no, I didn't think it was gonna be pure fire. I think honestly the best guess I could have had was fire. I was either gonna be fire psychic or fire steel because when we saw him originally, he does have a very metallic body. He does have a very metal-esque body. So I thought steel would have been a thing, but I think it's unique that they made him weak to fire itself. I think it's very cliche. I think Pokemon's intentionally trying to mess with your head doing
I don't know what they're trying to do there. I don't know, because once you look into the lore behind his typing, it makes sense, but at the same time, then he's like, you're weak to what you're supposed to be representing, dude. Like, huh?
Maybe
what?
That's why. Maybe he is bound to serve the sun because of that.
But how would he touch the sun? Well, I mean, actually, fun fact, there's no fire in the sun. I don't know what the hell that is, dude. I don't want to go into scientific stuff, dude. It's not astronomy class. Point is that a man is weak to fire, and it's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. Typing is amazing, all right? It's amazing. It could have been worse, right? They could have given us, like, psychic bug.
Why would he be a bug type?
I have no idea. Lion? Dude, I have not. It could be Lion that he's a bug type.
When it comes to his ability, Full Metal Body.
They just wanted to be cute, dude. It's basically Clear Body, but with a different name.
Clear Body works on moves as well?
What do you mean?
Like, if I were to use Sand Attack on a Metagross.
Yeah, you can't drop his... No, it doesn't work. Clear Body. Just like if you were to use Play Rough on him, and you can't get that stat drop, because Clear Body.
I wonder, is this like an attempt by Pokemon to potentially reboot of sorts? Not like reboot the entire series or anything, but just like they're redoing old things? Because at the same time, you know, this is like everyone's making a big chaos over Full Metal Body and Clear Body, but at the same time they already have stuff like Insomnia and Vital Spirit.
I was gonna say they have stuff like it. I mean, but like I guess we didn't really see it as much because people just kind of accepted it. They were early on or earlier gens, but like
this is the brand new legendary Pokemon. And you're expecting something crazy from it, and you just get
godlike, you know. At least the legendaries, you know, because all the other ones they were just like, you know, every legendary, if I'm not mistaken, has some type of cool typing. All right, outside of the Lotties that levitate and some other ones that are just natural cure celebi. I don't know.
Pressure. Dude. Half of them have pressure. Pressure.
But they're the good ones. They are the good ones. We got Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza. They got some of the good ones, you know. But even though Rayquaza is basically Cloud 9, but
what do you think hidden ability form could be?
Now I guess for Solgaleo, I want to say definitely sheer force. It makes sense. There's so much sheer force that is inside of the sun that's making it all move. So I want to say sheer force. I could also see maybe something along the lines of what is Mega Aggron's ability name? That ability. Filter. There we go, filter. Yeah, could the filter as well. I like those two. It's cool, you know. It's aight.
I could see that. I think a lot of people instantly want to say Flash Fire. I was thinking Drought.
Ooh.
Since he is the emissary of the sun, maybe, but that wouldn't really help him because he's not a fire type.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, there's Groudon with Drought, who.
I mean, that's more so for storyline purposes, but at the same time, it would be for storyline purposes for Solgaleo. But the only downside is he's upping fire type moves that just body him.
I know, right?
So,
it'd be contradictional. It's like, hey, you want to kill me faster?
I take that back. I'm not gonna say Drought. But I do like the idea of sheer force. I think that would make him really, really broken.
Yep, it would, and he's already a legendary of this caliber. I mean, do you see how it looks like? You know he's about to be hitting hard. He's a fairy killer, for God's sakes. Unless, of course, they, you know, give Xerneas the whole little egg. They give it a new, like, some type of tutor move where it learns Earth power. Well, then freaking rip to Solgaleo.
Speaking of hitting hard and being a legendary and whatnot, off the top of the dome, give me a stat distribution.
Very good HP, obviously. You know, a lot of good HP. Stupid high attack.
I think
decently high.
140 attack.
140, 150, something like that. I guess he like B's 90 HP, 95, 100, somewhere around that range.
That's still decent HP though.
That's still decent HP. Yeah, that's still decent HP. With the physical defense, I see it being decent. I see a solid 110. But man can take hits. I see a solid 110 right there. Special attack, I want to say like the same thing as HP, 90. You know, because usually legendaries that are primarily very strong in physical attack also still have very good or decent special attack.
I was gonna say, doesn't like the main series legends, aren't they all like base 670 or something like that?
670?
Are they base 670? Hold on, I'm looking up Xerneas right now.
I was gonna say, I never really noticed a trend in that.
They're 680.
That's 680. Okay.
I think they're base 680. I just looked up Xerneas because I know Xerneas and Yveltal are the same. So if we were to break it down based upon 680,
yeah.
So let's say 680. Then if you said 100 points in HP,
okay.
So we're at 580 left. And you said 150.
I can't. I don't know. 100 just feels weird. I can see it, then I couldn't see it. I'm like iffy about it. You know, 50-50. Let's go ahead and say 90.
90 in HP.
90 in HP, and then 140 in physical attack.
140 in attack. So
and then
two. What?
140 and 90. That's about like what? 230.
Yeah. My head imploded on it, so I'm whatever. So
okay.
We're 230.
And then
that's 230 total.
Let's say 100 in physical defense.
100 in defense.
Yep. So we got 330 now. Okay. Cool. And now what's next? Special attack. Let's do 90. That's crazy. let's do 90 in that. So we got now. What is that? Like what? 420. Blaze it. Yeah. Special defense, I want to go ahead and say about like 70, 75, something like that. I'll say 70.
Really? That low?
Yeah.
I would have said like just base 80.
Let's say 80 then. Let's go at 80.
Because you gotta think he's still a legend.
He's still a legend, yeah. Let's go at 80.
So that puts us at an even 500.
500.
We still have 180 points.
Oh crap! Oh god!
Base 180 speed.
That's insane. That'd be broken. Let's go ahead and say like 110 and HP then.
110 and HP.
And then we'll go 160 in physical attack.
160 in attack.
And then we'll go with about 100 in special attack.
Well, what about defense? You want to say 110 in defense?
Yes.
110 in defense.
100 in special attack.
100 base special attack.
So what are we looking at right now?
We have 270, 380, 480.
Wow! What the crap? We still have 200 points. What?
Oh wait, we never did special defense.
Oh,
if we
okay, yeah.
Base 100 special defense.
I guess.
Because if you add it up, you have 110 plus 160 is 270.
Why not? Do base 100 special defense.
That's what I did.
So then, okay, so then what are we looking at now? We still 480?
You have 110 in HP plus 160 in attack.
Okay.
That makes 270.
Okay.
Then 110 in defense. That's 380.
Okay.
And then 200 in special attack and special defense. So that's 580, right?
Yeah, so we have 100 points left, 100 in speed, bam, we're done.
100 base speed.
That sounds too much. Usually a legendary of that caliber who's looking like he's a bulky offense, not really a bulky offensive, but like semi-bulky offensive, who's like decently fast, but who could take a lot of hits and he hits physical hard really hard. Their HP usually never, I mean, the speed sometimes doesn't really peak 100, but...
But I mean, base 100, it still gets outsped by a lot of other things. I was
gonna say, it's like a okay, it sounds really good, but it's actually just...
Yeah, it's middle of the road, because like, if you were to drop him in Ubers, there's a ton of shit in Ubers that outspeeds him.
Yeah, and then Rayquaza's E-Speed, so yeah. Yveltal Sucker Punch, and then Xerneas
a Choice Scarf Solgaleo set.
Oh, I can see that too. Wait a minute, pause. Unless he gets like Geomancy, then rip.
Base agility. 160 attack, that's insane.
I mean, this Heracross, I think Heracross has higher. Mega Heracross, I'm pretty sure.
That's a Mega, that's different. Because if you were to give him like a Primal form or a Mega form, his attack would skyrocket.
Isn't there a legendary right now who has stupid high physical attack like that?
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza? I'm gonna show now 150. It's only 10 more. We're good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the last thing about Solgaleo is Sunsteel Strike.
Okay.
It is a move that charges an opponent with the force of the meteor, disregarding the target's ability.
Okay.
So, does that mean I can drop a Sunsteel Strike on Shedinja and blow it away?
Yes. It's Mold Breaker. It breaks the ability, basically. The move is Mold Breaker. That's insane!
That's kind of wild.
The move itself is Mold Breaker. It goes through anything, dude. You can hit a levitating Pokemon with this move, if it were to be a ground type move, let's say, you can hit it. It's not a ground type, but theoretically, you could then hit a levitating like that. You can hit Shedinja with that. You can hit what else? It defies all abilities. I mean, I guess you could just
If it were a dark type move, Justify wouldn't be shit.
If it were a fire type move, rip to you, Heatran.
Flash Fire wouldn't be a shit. Exactly. So my thing is, do you think it's gonna be a fire type move?
It's a steel move.
Do you think I was gonna say steel move, or do you think it's gonna be
it did neutral damage? Oh my god, I never thought about that.
Because it's Sun Steel.
And dual type, for all of you going nuts, Hawlucha has flying press. Dual type moves are possible.
Yeah.
But,
so I can see Sun Steel Strike being a dual type move, Fire Steel. I don't know. What were you saying? It was neutral to who?
It was neutral to Salamence, who resist fire.
So you think it's gonna be? It has the potential to have a fire type in its move.
I think it's purely steel. I think he'll be able to use flamethrower, fire blast, stuff like that, but it's purely steel.
Flamethrower, fire blast. We
Like,
just gave him 160 points of attack. He better be able to learn Flare Blitz.
He better. I mean, that's like what, the only really good physical fire move. The rest kind of suck.
Blaze Kick.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get on all two and just kick.
Solgaleo's gonna evolve and stand up on two legs. Wait for it. Anyway, so we've broken down Solgaleo, everything about him that we know so far. Now he's got a less interesting counterpart.
Less interesting. Wow, I actually like Lunala.
I'm just messing around. Up next we have Lunala to speak about. Lunala is the moon Pokemon. 13 feet, 1 inches tall, 264.6 pounds. Psychic Ghost, that's a big ass bat, by the way.
Wait,
Psychic Ghost with Shadow Shield as the ability.
Gee, 200 pounds, that's a big bird.
Since ancient times, Lunala has been honored as the emissary of the moon. It is referred to with reference as the beast that calls the moon. Lunala is constantly absorbing light and converting it into energy. With its wings spread to absorb the surrounding light and glittering like a crescent moon, it resembles a beautiful night sky. Lunala's signature Moongeist Beam attack releases an ominous beam of light that disregards the target's ability. Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. No previous Pokemon has had. With the Shadow
Shield,
that
about its ability? What?
A Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP.
It's multi-scale. What do they mean no other Pokemon has had? Dragonite? Lugia?
Okay, so let's go down the same path. We referenced it before in the sense of we think it's gonna be like a deity to call upon the moon, control the tides in an island nation and whatnot. But it's typing. First things first, Psychic Ghost.
Yeah, it's basically Hoopa but a bat. It's basically Hoopa Unbound. Is it Hoopa Unbound or regular Hoopa? It's regular Hoopa. It's regular Hoopa but a bat. So, kind of sucks. I did think it's times 4 weak to its own typing.
Well, no,
it's times 4 weak. It's times 4 weak to Ghost.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not weak to Psychic, but again, it's just like with Solgaleo. Solgaleo's weak to fire, and he's the emissary of the sun, and he's the emissary of the moon, which is supposed to be like darkness at night, and it's weak to dark. 4 times weak to dark.
Isn't it 4? Yeah, it's 4 times weak to dark, 4 times weak to Ghost. Yikes! Wow. So hold on, that thing is dying so fast to knock off. You have no idea. Oh my god.
Quick. They have to give Solgaleo knockoff.
I was gonna.
Look at him.
What?
Look at how big he is. Look at how big he is.
You want the world to burn? Yeah, let's give Tyranitar knockoff too.
Why not? Why doesn't he have knockoff?
I actually don't know why he doesn't.
He looks like he'll knock your fucking head off.
You really would. I don't get it. I don't. All I know about Lunala though is this thing is a glass cannon.
I think it will be a glass cannon. I was predicting before it came out that it was going to be like Psychic Steel or Psychic Fairy. I think Ghost, I don't know. I feel like Ghost is kind of a stretch with it. I mean, I guess I can see
Ghost
it.
on the moon. That's why people think it is Ghost on the moon, Apollo 13, all that type of crazy stuff. So.
Oh, I don't know. I can understand. I can see it, but Ghost would not have been the first type I would have given this.
I would have never expected Ghost either. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would have said like Psychic Dark or Psychic Fairy or Psychic Flying or something other than Psychic
or like
Ghost.
Fairy Flying or Dark Fairy. Dark Fairy. We need a Dark Fairy typing. I'm still ranting for that, but
I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen here. And hint, hint, we have a potential Sun and Moon video coming out soon regarding stuff like that. But anyways, back on topic. So its typing is not what we expected, but its ability, it's got a pretty new, fantastic ability that no previous Pokemon has had.
yeah, I know. Dragonite and Lugia, they've never existed ever. Yeah, they don't exist.
Are those the only two other Pokemon that have multiscale?
Pretty sure, yeah. pretty sure those are the only ones.
Are they actually the only ones?
Almost positive they're the only. Yeah, Dragonite and Lugia. Yeah.
Well, they're still the only ones because Lunala has Shadow Shield.
I mean, if you think about it, Dragonite, Dragonite. If you look at his defense, 95 physical defense, 100 special defense. Wow, Dragonite is bulky. With multi-scale, that makes him extremely bulky. Lugia, we don't even need to talk about Lugia. Now, if Lunala, if it's at least decently bulky, this thing is gonna have. This thing can take hits. It can take hits.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again for Lunala. We have base 680 to work with. Base 680 to work with. What is his HP gonna look like? Because you said it was gonna be frail. So the idea is that if it has a multi-scale-esque ability, it could help its frailness because that means it could bulk a hit better.
90 HP.
At the same time, I don't think it's gonna be that bulky.
You don't think it's 90?
So I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like.
Okay, 70. 70?
Whoa. It's like when you walk down the steps, you jump down 4 steps on the way down. Hold on. I'm gonna say 80 HP.
80?
I want to say 80 HP. Because isn't that no, I'm thinking the base speed, never mind. I was gonna say I think 80 HP is kind of like it's not anywhere near good, but it's not anywhere near middle of the road because
I'd say 80 is kind of getting towards the good, you know.
But the good is 100. So base 70 HP next to that is trash.
I say anything above 70. I mean, Deoxys should not here with 50. I mean, you know.
But it's Deoxys, nigga. He's meant to be like that.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, who knows about Lunala as well?
So you want to say 70?
I want to say 75. Let's say 75. Let's go to middle road and say 75.
Okay, 75 HP. When it comes to attack, I'm thinking like 210.
Okay, so again, we just jumped all the staircases. Oh my.
What are you seeing for base attack?
Okay, physical attack. Let's say 100.
I was gonna say I think it's gonna mirror.
Absol. I want to say it's similarity to Absol. You know how Absol is 115 special attack and Mega, and then 150 physical attack. I think it's gonna be around like 100.
I think it's gonna mirror Solgaleo. If that's the case,
I like the mirroredness.
He's gonna have 110 HP, 100 attack.
Well, I mean, if he mirrored it, then he'd still be pretty bulky. You know, I think 75 is good, and then 100 physical attack, and then a special attack would be like 150.
But what about defense?
80 both.
80?
80 both.
And you said 150 special attack.
Yes.
And then 80 in special defense.
Say 110 physical attack then, and then drop that rest and speed.
110 physical attack.
Yes, sir.
So we have 185.
Okay.
285.
Okay.
285 plus 50 is 325.
All right.
And then you have 425, 485 is where we're at now.
480. We're not doing 200 in speed.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, unless my math is wrong, because you have 75 plus 110.
How does that work? I mean, does it really need to be 680? Does it really need to be 680?
That's what Yveltal and Xerneas were.
Nah. What about Dialga? Dialga's 680. All right. All the box art ones. Reshiram is 680.
That's what I'm saying. They're all 680.
So why is Charizard and Blastoise now?
That's a good point. Why isn't Pikachu 680? What the hell?
For real.
I'm gonna say.
It has to be 680. You're right.
I'm gonna say it's gonna have 110 HP.
Okay.
100 attack.
Okay.
110
Wait, why
defense.
are we aiming low? It's a legendary. Let's make this broken.
No. I'm mirroring what we did for Solgaleo.
Okay.
So it's gonna have 110 HP.
Okay.
It's going to have base 100 attack, because if Solgaleo is the physical attacker, Lunala will be the special attacker. Okay. 100 in that. Then the defense, I honestly don't think the
95
defense
physical, 95 physical defense and 98 special defense.
98?
Yes.
Why 98?
Because Xerneas had 98.
Okay, so you're gonna say 95 defense, 98.
And 98 special defense. Yes, Xerneas has those exact same defenses, so why not?
Okay, so we're at 210.
150 special attack.
150 special attack? No, it would have to be 160 to mirror Solgaleo.
Ah, 160? Okay, let's do it.
160. So we're at that. We're at 270, 370. That would be 470, 465.
These guys will be the first ones at 160, because all the other boxer ones I'm looking at, their highest stat is usually 150.
560. Wait, you just hurt my head. Hold on.
Oh,
That's
whoops.
270, 370, 470,
Okay.
465,
Okay.
565 minus
Okay.
2. 563 is where we're at.
Okay.
So what's 680 minus 563?
That's 117. 117 in speed.
117 in speed. You said he was gonna be fast as hell. He has 117 in speed.
That's pretty fast, dude. That's pretty fast.
Greninja outspeeds it!
Okay, well, because Greninja is literally the greatest Pokemon of all time.
We're talking about Greninja, not Gengar. Come on.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think its defenses are gonna be a little bit lower if that's the case.
Yeah, let's go both 85.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 85 because its speed. It has to be speedy as hell. It
And
can't
then
be
we'll,
17
we'll do
points higher than
130.
130 speed.
Yeah, and then like 80 in like both or 85 in both. The remainder 80 somewhere.
If we were to do 85 in defenses, 85 in defenses, so we're at 110, 210, 270, 370.
Okay.
That's 170, 370
Okay.
plus 170 is 470 plus that would be 440. So then wait, what? 440. What's 680 minus 440?
68 minus 440 is about 240.
What?
Yeah, that's 240. Wait a minute, bro. This math. Okay, so we got,
I cannot do math to save my fucking
okay,
life.
110 HP, you said, right? And then 100.
Oh
We said
my
100 in
God.
attack.
Hold on. This is.
Because I'm at a loss, dude. I'm at a
110
loss.
plus 100 plus 85 plus 160 plus 85 plus. Wait, no. Damn it.
All right, let's try this again. Let's try it again.
Hold on. Okay, so we have. Wait, let's do it this way. So we're at 680 to start with. So
Okay.
minus 110, minus 85, minus 100, minus 160, minus 85. We're left with 140 in speed.
Duh!
That's why when you said 240, I was like, wait, what?
How about this? We'll make one of them higher. Let's make
No,
special
wait.
defense.
That makes sense.
Let's make one of them higher than the other. They don't need to be the same. Let's make special defense the higher one.
Wait. You don't like that?
I mean,
I think that spread looks great. If it's supposed to be a frail attacker with an emphasis on special
140
defense.
speed.
Yeah.
Bro. What the hell is Deoxys speed? He's
Deoxys-
180.
Yeah, he's the fastest mon.
Yikes.
I think that makes sense because if it's gonna be a legendary Pokemon that is supposed to be a glass cannon.
You're right. Yeah, I'm looking at Ninjas and Deoxys speed. Why the hell not? Make it 140.
That's what I'm saying. I like that. So for Lunala, we have 110 HP, 100 attack,
so broken.
85 defense, 160 special attack, 85 special defense, and 140 speed.
Man, watch the TheKingNappy at glass. It has multi-scale. It's gonna make it so full.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna
But,
be.
but it's typing though. It's typing. Okay, Dragonite is only quad weak to ice. Everything else, like rock, you know, he's fine because the multi-scale. But Lunala is quad weak to 2 moves. His typing is kind of trash.
Maybe that's why
And
they
not to
gave
mention
him.
the-
Maybe that's why they gave him the multi-scale ability.
Maybe that's why they did. Because knockoff, dude, knockoff literally. Okay, well, we got. If it's a dark type, let's take Crawdot knockoff. Adaptability boost, life orb boost, stab boost, super effective boost, and the item being held boost. That's 5 boosts right there to knock out Lunala. From max HP, max physical defense, impish nature, from an adamant life orb Crawdon, no D-dances, that is dying.
Well, theoretically, it should be able to outspeed it, and with its base 160 special attack,
Yeah, and freaking Moongeist beating the crap out of it and live.
it should completely annihilate the Crawdon.
Isn't Moongeist scheme a psychic stab move?
I don't know. We haven't gotten to that yet. 'Cause
We don't know,
we were still breaking
okay,
down that.
okay.
I don't know what Moongeist is gonna be. I think it has potential to be psychic.
Or Ghost.
If we're gonna go along the lines, it has Geist in the name. It has to
But
be
the
Ghost.
thing is, they used it on Gengar, and it was super effective. But like Gengar is also super effective to Psychic because of the poison, and Ghost because of the Ghost. So we don't know the typing.
I think it could be Psychic Ghost because if we're gonna go along with the idea of a dual type move, I think it could be Psychic Ghost because number one, it has to be Ghost because it has Geist in the name, Moongeist being.
So what if it's just a pure ghost stab move then?
What if it could be pure ghost, since it has to do with the moon, what if it's dark ghost? I'm just stuck on dual type, I don't know why.
You just want a dual type move.
I want the dual type moves, damn it. I don't know, we know it's ghost for sure, but again, it works just like Souls.
Dude, we actually do need more ghost moves. I would love if it was ghost, because Shadow Ball is like the best ghost move. It's Shadow Force too, but you know what I'm talking about, theoretically.
Force.
It's Phantom Force too, but it's a 2-turn move.
So it works with like Sunstrike being where it disregards the target's ability. I don't know, maybe because I'm stupid? I guess that's more situational than anything, but I don't see how that would... Well, what I'm trying to think is how giving those moves those properties works directly with these Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because like we're talking about Shadow Shield working as multi-scale, whereas multi-scale would help it because it is a frail Pokemon, or theoretically it's a frail Pokemon.
So, yeah,
but
like,
how is it that these moves bypass target's abilities? How is that beneficial to this Pokemon, or is that just fuck it? It's just you're just gonna give it to this Pokemon because. But then again, it says its signature move is Moongeist Beam and Sunsteel Strike, but we've seen signature moves in the past be given to other Pokemon as well.
Yeah, Victini kind of laughs. Victini's right there. He's there laughing, learning every signature. Same with Jirachi. All these fairies, man, a Mew. They're literally there laughing. They're all like, "Oh yeah, we learned your signature moves, by the way." Actually, I don't think Mew does. I know Jirachi and Victini does.
What?
Yeah, Jirachi and Victini does. So I don't know, especially Jirachi, freaking out.
Wasn't Lava Plume supposed to be Heatran's signature move?
Yes, sir. Maybe I don't know.
Magmar gets that.
Yeah, Magmar gets that. Yeah, he does. He's
and
bad.
Same with Sacred Fire.
Oh yeah, that's a Ho-Oh Entei. Yeah.
So
Entei recently got it because of the event. Yeah, and Ho-Oh will. Ho-Oh's Ho-Oh. I don't know, because I would like it if it got a better ghost stab move. You know, one that doesn't have flaws or outbacks. Because Hex, you need to have some type of status. Ominous Wind is just bad. Base 60, but I mean, it has a chance to raise all stats. It's like Ancient Power against the Ghost Ancient Power. Shadow Ball is really just the most reliable one. Shadow Sneak doesn't do enough damage. Phantom Force, just a 2-turn move.
But what about Shadow Punch?
Bruh, Shadow Punch is out here.
What about Astonish, though?
Astonish?
What you know
what are we,
about
Gen 1?
Astonish, though?
Shadow Punch is base 60, but it never misses. That's what I like about it. But again, Shadow Ball, base 80. 20% to lower the special target special defense by 1. Theoretically, it's like the best ghost stab. Okay, it's the most reliable one.
So I know we've been talking about it being frail this entire time, but I've been thinking about it with everything that it is based around the moon, and the fact that it has multi-scale. Doesn't it remind you of another legendary Pokemon?
What are you trying to get here?
Cresselia.
What? I was gonna say.
What if? What? It's the moon. It's the moon.
I was gonna say Lugia,
well,
but you said
But what if we're wrong? What if they're the exact opposite? What if Solgaleo is the fast frail one? And what if Lunala is the bulky special defense? And what if they made it bulky?
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why, right?
And gave it this ability.
I'm gonna drop some scientific stuff, and I might either look really smart or really dumb. Call me crazy, right? The moon circles around, or the moon at least orbits the Earth's atmosphere faster than the sun does. So that's why I think Lunala's gonna get it faster. I haven't taken astronomy in like 3, 4 years to get off my back, but I really feel like that's the case, you know? I mean,
that made no sense. What the hell? I think
that's the type of weed stuff, dude. I have no idea.
Watch when the games come out. Lunala's gonna be bulky as hell, and it's got multi-scale to go with it. Watch, I'm calling it.
Man, it's still dying to a knockoff.
I'm calling it.
Either it dies to a knockoff, or it's getting crippled like crap to a knockoff.
Basically, break that multi-scale instantly. Well,
instantly. We
have done all we can as of now regarding these legendary Pokemon. In the Alola region map analysis video we did before with Kristen, we spoke about their locations in the region and whatnot, so we won't dive into all of that right now. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Yes, let us know.
Regarding Solgaleo and Lunala, everything we spoke about when it comes to their new abilities, their moves, their typings. the stat distribution as well. Let us know what you think. That is the whole reason that we do videos like this, is because we want to spark a discussion, because we are all just giant Pokemon nerds. I can't wait to play these games.
If we're right, on God, do not at us if we're right. All right, if these stats are 1000% spot on, dude, hire us. Hire us.
Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, my goodness. If you enjoyed today's video, and of course if you're a proud member of the Abby Nation, and if you're hyped for Sun and Moon as well, definitely make sure you smash the like button down below for us, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. But with that, bringing it about, thank y'all once again for your support. Thank you for sharing the video. We out this bitch.
Bye.